Welcome to Tech Surge News, where we bring you the latest in the world of science and technology. In this video, join us as we explore futuristic and groundbreaking tech that'll definitely knock your socks off.
30 years ago, a Vietnamese businessman made a lot of money selling dried noodle soup in Ukraine. Today, that same man wants to start an electronic vehicle company in the United States. The company name is VinFast, and it is laying the groundwork for it to become a serious competition in the United States and elsewhere. In fact, it is moving quickly. VinFast is a subsidiary of the Vietnamese conglomerate Vingroup, and they only started selling cars in 2019, but has already invested $2 billion in a North Carolina factory and intends to open 30 showrooms in California by the end of this year. The US market has enormous potential when you look at the number of vehicles on the road right now. The company has not sold a single vehicle in the United States, and it only sold 35,000 vehicles in Vietnam in 2021. The majority of them were powered by gasoline. Other foreign car manufacturers have spent years building their companies in their home markets before venturing into the US market. VinFast is not going to wait. They go from 0 to 100 in a matter of nanoseconds. It is just one of many new companies attempting to break into the EV market. Getting into the vehicle space or the automotive sector is a difficult struggle. It remains to be seen whether the purchasing public is willing to spend $40,000, $50,000 or $60,000 on a random new brand from a country that has never developed a vehicle before. And VinFast is a relatively unknown brand from Vietnam, a country with no global reputation for automobile production. However, it is controlled by the $5.4 billion Vingroup conglomerate, which is owned by the country's richest man. For years, they've worked in real estate, software, education, and motorcycles, and everything they've touched has turned into gold. Vingroup is Vietnam's largest company, with a total value of approximately $35 billion through 3 publicly listed companies. In 2020, it was estimated to account for approximately 2.2% of Vietnam's total GDP. Its owner was the first Vietnamese billionaire, and he is still the richest person in the country. His first business success was Technocom, a manufacturer of mashed potatoes and dried ramen noodles. He established it in Ukraine in 1993. He founded the 2 businesses that will become Vingroup in 2001. Technology companies, resorts, golf courses, hotels, homes, commercial estate like shopping malls, and even universities and schools are part of Vingroup's portfolio. In addition, the company created Vietnam's first locally made smartphone. Nestle purchased the food business in 2010. Soon after, the leadership focused on automobiles. His dream, like that of many other extremely wealthy people, is to own his own automobile company. His ambition is to elevate Vietnam's economic standing on the global stage. Creating a car brand and a car company is a significant contribution to Vietnam's development. In 2017, VinFast established a factory in Vietnam. It debuted 2 internal combustion Lux designs, a sedan and an SUV, at the 2018 Paris Auto Show. In 2021, the company released EVs for everyday consumers. The VF E34 was a small SUV designed for the Vietnamese market. The larger premium all-electric VF8 and the VF9 SUVs were designed for the global market. All of this was part of the company's plan to go completely electric by 2023. The company's business model is unique. It intends to sell the car before leasing the battery separately. There are 2 subscription plans available. The less expensive one provides 310 miles per month and then charges by the mile after that. An additional cost option provides unlimited mileage. Making electric vehicles removes a significant barrier to entry that automakers normally face. Making electric cars facilitates easier entry into the automotive industry. If a company produces an ICE vehicle, it must go through emissions testing, which can cost millions of dollars per vehicle in different countries. There is, however, a lot of competition. That's why every ICE manufacturer on the planet is now considering EVs. The automotive industry in the United States is one of the most competitive in the world. There isn't much room for a newcomer. If you do enter, you must compete with Toyota, General Motors, Honda, Ford, Hyundai, or another established player who will not give you the market share simply because you entered. Some of those players have struggled to establish themselves in the United States. and those who have succeeded have taken at least 2 decades. When South Korea entered the market with Hyundai, it took them nearly 2 decades to establish themselves as a viable replacement for Toyota, Honda, Ford, or Chevrolet. It was Germany before that. Volkswagen arrived in the late 1940s and did not become popular until the 1960s. New players must bring something that established companies do not. That is difficult in a market that is already oversaturated. Companies can enter the market with competitive strategies such as low prices and high-quality services. Tesla is a dominant EV player in the United States, a revolutionary brand in and of itself, and they have earned their brand recognition. VinFast differs from Tesla in that it is built on a foundation of vehicle, system, and material quality, as well as vehicle innovation, excellent service, and finally, attainability. It is common for dark horse importers to gain a presence in the United States by offering lower prices. While this can help brands move units temporarily, it has required brands to spend decades enticing higher-end buyers. VinFast intends to sell right in the middle of the market in order to avoid this. Another concern is whether the company will still exist in a few years. Customers need to know that the car manufacturer will be around in the future. The last thing buyers want to do is to spend $60,000 or $80,000 on a vehicle, and in 2 years, the automaker will be out of business. How are they going to get their vehicle serviced? VinFast distinguishes itself from competitors through its battery leasing concept, which the company refers to as a subscription. A subscription fee is paid by the customer, and they will repair and replace the battery as needed. For example, it will replace the battery if its capacity falls below 70%. Customers who make reservations and purchase a car this year or next year will receive a flat and fixed battery subscription for the life of their vehicle, according to VinFast. The possible impacts of battery longevity on cost of ownership and resale value have been a popular subject of speculation, research, and debate. VinFast is making it very inexpensive to get into one of their cars and taking the risk of owning a VinFast by claiming ownership of the battery. By presenting the battery leasing model, VinFast assumes all of the risks and costs associated with the battery. They claim that after-sales services are the most important factor. You can go into their app and then book the mobile services, and VinFast will send one of their guys over. This is something Tesla has done and can do. Maintaining a one-on-one service relationship with customers like that becomes increasingly difficult as a company grows in size. VinFast's leadership team is made up of a number of sophisticated veterans from the automotive industry who have previously worked for Hyundai, Toyota, and Ford. VinFast has also entered into partnerships with established suppliers including Germany's ZF for automotive driving systems, Korea's LG Chem, and China's Gotion for batteries, and Italy's Pininfarina for the vehicle and other project design, such as auto show booths. As a result, VinFast's strategy differs from that of other Asian automakers in the past. VinFast may benefit from another type of wind, the tense relationship between the United States and China. President Joe Biden congratulated VinFast on its plans to build a plant in North Carolina the day after they were announced. Similar greetings were issued by the Secretary of Commerce, Gina Raimondo, and the Secretary of Energy, Jennifer Granholm. This kind of reception has never been extended to a Chinese automaker. And when the two experiences are compared, it's clear what's going on. As a countermeasure to a rising China, the United States is allying with Southeast Asia, including Vietnam, Thailand, and Indonesia. VinFast has a number of advantages that other companies don't: a large parent corporation backing, industry veterans and key roles, and apparently encouragement from top-tier American politicians. However, more funds will be required. The growth of an automated, capital-intensive industry needs billions of dollars over many years. It will also almost certainly require the support of the Vietnamese government. However, funding is like gravity. There is no getting around it. You must understand the need for billions of dollars over a 5 to 10 year period. VinFast will face a significant challenge in this regard, and it will have to go through what Tesla CEO Elon Musk refers to as production hell, or the intensifying of manufacturing capacity required to become a genuinely serious and large automobile manufacturer. In the case of Korea, Japan, or China, they can profit from strong sheltered home markets. Vietnam is a relatively small market. VinFast sold only 30,000 vehicles in its home market last year. It is really dependent on international success, even before domestic success. Those are significant obstacles to overcome. A large portion of that production will take place in North Carolina, in a $2 billion factory that will employ 7,500 people at full capacity. This is something that very few startup companies have done so far, outside of perhaps Tesla and Rivian, which is to show that VinFast is going to be making, selling and employing workers in the United States, which lends credibility to the fact that they're going to be here for the long haul.
Thank you for staying around till the end of the video. To keep on hearing from us, feel free to subscribe down below and hit the bell button to get the latest notifications. TechSurge News signing out.